All right, everybody. A few more weeks left. This is week 11. Um, and I think the big news is that unfortunately, Ken might be added to the out of it category. It's just not enough weeks left. You got 3 weeks left for 4 spots, and you have Brodigan and Lance, Tommy and Lance looking relatively good. So you really have 4 teams fighting for those last 2 spots, all with the same record of 7-4. So I don't think you'll get lucky enough for enough losses from everybody. I haven't even looked at the scheduling if it's possible, but I think, as I said over the last couple weeks now, watching the crowded East, I think it's if you lose, you might be in trouble unless somebody else loses with you. So with Ridgeback, Tortuga, and myself winning, I think that might be it for Ken, and that gives us 6 possibles and 8 not so possibles. Theoretically, it's not over yet, but actually for Ken or Show Me the Money for that matter. But practically speaking, it's not looking great. Ken did, to start with that game, he lost to Lance, who I played last week. So Lance actually had 2 pretty tough games with me. He lost 2, and with Ken, he won in a good game, 132 to 115. Once again, Lance has Mixon, who's having a pretty good season. Quackball, on the other hand, had Bowers and Jacobs and Tyreek Hill, who almost also had 20 points. So not enough, but that is probably the important game of the week. Starting in the opposite direction, nice TDs to, like I said, I think he's out, sort of stay alive. He bounced back and beat Quackens in a low-scoring game, 90 to 87. A third of his points was from Bryce Hall, who had 31. Um, uh, Poor Scott, as it's been, did not again have anybody above 20 points on his team, and only one above 15. Jalen Hurts, who looking pretty good at the Eagles, who I think that was the Thursday night game where they beat up on my Redskins, or was that the Steelers? I can't remember. I don't. I think I get my weeks confused, but anyway, from there you got Depression, who is also out of it and also lost again. Lost against Broad again. Would have helped if he would have won. Would have helped both Heidi and me, getting him down to a 7-4 record, tightening that up. But Rodigan's got a pretty good team. Put forth 147 points, week high, with 41 from Tyreek Hill, who finally came through. I kind of wanted him for a while because I knew they'd run some plays with him at quarterback in that tight end position, and that's what they did. So you got 41 from there and 20 from the King. And then, it's close game. Impression had 132, so can't blame him for not putting up a good fight. With St. Brown at 38 and Higgins at 29, so pretty good, but again, still a loss. Like I said, Nice TDs did beat Quacken, so he stays in 12th. Valerians, where was that? Ridgeback, who's, like I said, really has a very solid team, and once again had Winston, Nakua, Montgomery, and I think he had somebody else above 20 points there too, to put up 140 points. Valerian only had one player who put up above 20, and that was Cup at 28. I'm sorry, that was Judy at 26. So Don, like I said, he's pretty well positioned, even though he's got the same record as 3 other teams. He just seems to be putting up a lot of points with the second most points in the league behind Lance. year to date so far. So he does seem to be in good shape. We'll see. Care Bears is next, and I played her, and neither of us had that resounding of a week. I had no players above 20 points. So one of those shocking wins. We had no stars, but everyone kind of performs kind of equally. She had Smith with 28, but it wasn't enough at 110 to 94. Another interesting thing between me and Ken is Ken actually has more yearly points than me. He's got 1283 to my 1198, so I've been getting some lucky draws, it looks like. Above Care Bears is Red Hots, who lost to Show Me the Money. I think I already said that. Puts her in ninth. No, that was thinking nice TDSA. So Red Hots lost to Show Me the Money. Show Me the Money got 117. Red Hots got 95. Show Me the Money had both, Nix, Chase, and Jennings all above 20 points. Red Hots just had Cup. That's what I was looking at before, above 28. So that puts Red Hots in 9. Show Me the Money in 8. Team Quackball is at 7. I'm at 6. And then Tortuga faced my Balzac, so her husband, and she needed that W. And Greg Hitchcock really did not want to lose that game because that puts him at risk now. But she had Barkley, who I saw that he ran up 34 points, and Burrow at 29. Only person above 20 points on Greg's team was Herbert with 24. But, like I said, Greg's still relatively solid position. Of the 6 remaining teams, it certainly looks like I'm on the outside looking in. What's funny is there's only 4 available spots, and everybody else who's technically still in it has a greater of 50% chance of being in the playoffs. So somebody's doing some funky math there. But anyway, so that put Tortuga at 5, Hitchcock at 4, Ridgeback at 3, and Tommy at 2, and Lance still in first. So where does that leave us kind of going into next week? Seeing if there's going to be any interesting games. Yeah, unfortunately, there is going to be a real interesting game. Just it happens to show up this way, but it's myself versus Greg Hitchcock. And if I lose that game, I think I can safely say I'm cooked. Below that is Quackball versus Care Bears. Lance is lucky enough to face Scott Sherry. Tommy is lucky enough to face Nice TDs. Show Me the Money versus Tropical Depression, which shouldn't matter much. Ridgeback versus Red Hots. Ridgeback should be favored. Tortuga versus Valerians. Tortuga should be favored. So, yeah, it looks like the only game that really should be contested this week would be myself versus Hitchcock. And at this point, he's heavily favored. He's favored by 34 points. I guess I can shuffle around my lineup a little bit, which I haven't done, but that'll be interesting. And then 2 weeks after that. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. And I'll look forward to talking to y'all soon. Take care.